Guess who this character is? Have you ever heard about Stafford from Thomas and Friends? He's a really unique engine on the island of Sodier because, unlike most of the others, he's electric. Yep, no steam or diesel for him. Stafford runs on batteries. That makes him super quiet and environmentally friendly, which is pretty cool. But sometimes, the other engines tease him a little because he doesn't make the same chuffing or rumbling sounds they do. Stafford is a hardworking engine who always tries his best to be useful. He might not be the fastest or the strongest, but he's dependable and steady. He takes his time and makes sure the job is done properly, which makes Sir Topham Hatt really proud of him. Stafford likes helping out in the yards, moving trucks, and working alongside engines like Thomas and Percy. What's really nice about Stafford is how calm and kind he is. Even when things don't go perfectly, he doesn't lose his cool. He just quietly figures out what to do next. Everyone on Sodier knows that when Stafford's around, things will go smoothly, and maybe even a little more peacefully since he doesn't make much noise. Guess who this character is? Spencer is one of those engines you can spot from a mile away, sleek, shiny, and built for speed. He's a silver streamlined engine who works for the Duke and Duchess of Boxford, so you can imagine he's used to fancy jobs and royal treatment. Spencer loves to brag about how fast and powerful he is, and honestly, he is pretty impressive. But sometimes, he lets it go to his head a bit too much. He often teases the smaller engines like Thomas and Percy, calling them slow or old-fashioned. But you know what's funny? Even though he acts all superior, things don't always go perfectly for Spencer. There have been times when his pride got him into trouble, like when he ran out of water or got stuck because he didn't listen to advice. Those moments remind him, and everyone else, that being the fastest doesn't always mean being the best. Still, deep down, Spencer isn't a bad engine. He just likes to show off and be noticed. When he puts his ego aside, he's actually really capable and hardworking. And even though the other engines roll their eyes when he brags, they know Spencer can be counted on when it really matters. He might be a bit of a show-off, but that's just part of his charm. Guess who this character is? Stanley is one of those engines who just instantly makes you like him. He's a shiny white tank engine with a cheerful smile and a really friendly personality. When he first came to Sodia, everyone noticed how helpful and kind he was. He's the kind of engine who's always ready to lend a hand, or well, a buffer, whenever someone needs help. When Stanley first arrived, Thomas actually felt a bit jealous of him because everyone seemed to like Stanley right away. But over time, Thomas realized that Stanley wasn't trying to take his place, he was just being nice and doing his best. That's what's great about Stanley, he doesn't compete with others or try to be the star. He just wants everyone to get along and get the job done. Stanley's a real team player, always calm and positive even when things get tough. Whether he's shunting trucks in the yard or helping repair the tracks, he does it with a smile. The other engines trust him because he's dependable and easy to work with. On Sodia, having someone like Stanley around makes every day just a little bit brighter. Guess who this character is? Steven is one of the most interesting engines on Sodia. He's super old but full of charm. Everyone calls him the Rocket because he was one of the very first steam engines ever built. Even though he's not fast anymore, Steven is proud of his history and loves telling stories about the old days. He works at Ulfsted Castle, which is perfect for him because he fits right in with all the royal and historic things there. What's really cool about Steven is how positive he always is. Sure, he's not as strong or speedy as engines like Gordon or Spencer, but he never lets that bother him. Instead, he uses his experience and wisdom to help others. When younger engines get into trouble or feel unsure about something, Steven is always there with some good advice, and probably a funny story too. Everyone on Sodia loves Steven because he's kind, gentle, and always ready to see the bright side of things. He might creak and rattle a bit when he moves, but that just adds to his personality. Stephen reminds everyone that being useful isn't about being the fastest or newest, it's about having a good heart and doing your best every day.